starting in. Are we live? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Hello? Can't tell. Are we live? Apparently we're live. Okay, hello. Hey, Facebook land. I'm Ellie Mae.
I'm Kari.
And we are celebrating Moebius Syndrome Awareness Day. So, look, we're wearing purple. Yay! And we thought we would just try giving a little chit chat and a talk with Miss Kari because she wants to help expand awareness, and of course, so do I. But she's a great spokesperson and has helped so many people come to understand this syndrome. And so, how long has Moebius Syndrome Awareness Day been going on? Do you know? that long?
This is the first question. Oh no, this is going great.
Okay.
Like for 7 or 8 years, some amount of time. That is, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Wonderful. This is awesome. Well, good. Let's see. Real time insights. Okay, so we are asking Kari if she wants to talk a little bit about Moebius syndrome. So go ahead, Kari.
Yes. So yes, today, January 24th, like she said, is Moebius Syndrome Awareness Day. And it is on January 24th because the man who discovered the syndrome, that is his birthday, is on January 24th.
Oh, cool.
His last name was Moebius. So, yes, I was born with Moebius syndrome, which is the underdevelopment of the 6th and 7th cranial nerves. So that involves facial paralysis and lateral eye movement. So I can't move my eyes all the way left to right. I don't know what else. I had smile surgery when I was 16, so that involves moving nerve and muscle from my inner thighs and implanting it into my face, so I can smile now.
I can smile now. So do let's see. Do a lot of people with Moebius syndrome? You said it has facial paralysis. So most can or cannot smile. Is that
everybody with Moebius syndrome does have facial paralysis, and there's other stuff with Moebius that some people don't have, which I was born with a limb difference, so my limb looks different, and some people with Moebius don't have limb differences. And some people with Moebius have an underdeveloped tongue, so they have trouble speaking clearly. And as you can see, I don't really have a speaking issue.
Okay. Well, and don't you have like and how about your feet?
Oh yeah,
she's got the cutest little feet. Yeah.
Well, when I was born, I had a club foot. So like, if you think of like golfing, like a club, you know, it's what a club looks like. So it was kind of curved like a club. So I had to have corrective surgery when I was about a year old to like correct it so it went straight. So I was able to walk properly. And yeah, my right foot is underdeveloped as well. So yeah, I have really tiny feet. So like equivalent to like a girl's size 2 feet. So
size 2.
Size 2. I get to wear all of the adorable socks though. So it's pretty cool.
All of the adorable socks.
I do. I have many a unicorn adorable socks.
Aww. Oh, she does. But let's see what else. So is there? You said a lot of people have. A lot of people do not have limb deformities, but some people do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but all different kinds of limb differences too. Like some people have like tiny hands too, like smaller hands, and some people have like.
How small are your hands? Here, put your hands up next to my hand.
Well, my hand is just small because I'm petite. Like I'm 4'11", so my hand's just small because I'm tiny. Like it's not a Moebius thing that I was born tiny. Like I'm just tiny.
You're just tiny.
Yeah, but I'm talking like just like some people with Moebius have just tinier than average hands.
Okay.
Or some people have like maybe like 1 finger, 2 fingers on one hand. So like it's really diverse, which is pretty interesting.
Okay. So you're going to go to a conference we were talking about. They have a big conference that's coming up this summer in Minneapolis. And what happens at the conference?
Yeah, well, they have a few regional gatherings. So like I've been to a few that's like we're in Illinois and Michigan area, and they were like smaller. So I got to know like a few people with Moebius that way. There's maybe like, oh gosh, I don't know, 20 or so people like with Moebius at the regional get-togethers. But this national one will be like a lot of people. I think the last one that I had was in Georgia this past summer, and they had like, I don't know, like 100 or 200 people with Moebius that attended, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but I forgot the number of people that have Moebius syndrome, but it's a pretty rare disorder. So like 200 people that have Moebius attending is actually like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to. They have different kind of speakers to the conference. So like, I don't know, like parents with Moebius have a thing that they can go to, and like teens with Moebius can have like a seminar that they go to. There's also a talent night, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. You're going to participate this year.
In the talent? Yeah, I was
She's going to sing and juggle.
No, I'm not going to sing. I was like, I might do like a reading of one of my writings if that's that's like spoken word. That could be a talent.
Absolutely. Cool. Absolutely. I think that's really neat. That's great. So, when did you decide to be such like an outgoing speaker advocate for talking and helping educate other people about Moebius awareness?
I don't know that it was really a plan. I just kind of wrote a writing for Moebius Syndrome Awareness Day a few years ago, and I just thought it was pretty cool. Just like I just posted it on my Facebook just because, and a lot of people really liked it and were very encouraging. So I just decided to write more about Moebius, and I spoke a couple times at Story Catchers, which is like a local event where you can read your writing to different audiences. And so I started sharing some of my writing that way, and it kind of just evolved and stuff. And the more confidence I gained with like sharing my writing and the positive responses, the more confidence I gained in general, I guess. So still kind of working on it, but I think I've gained quite a bit of confidence.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep, you're certainly out there now. So you were born with Moebius syndrome.
Yep.
And so how was that? How were some of the things like, so it's just the physical issues that you talked about that you have. Mm-hmm. So how did that work out with, did you have problems like when you were growing up, like growing? Like, did you have issues like when you're growing, did you have extra pains or anything like that, or anything, or was it just?
I think just because of my feet. I think I walked a little bit later, but it wasn't too much later. So maybe a few more months later than, well, or maybe I was a year and a half. I don't know, but like I think my parents were just kind of concerned if they didn't, this was all new to them, and they didn't have any resources back in the 80s as far as like how to navigate a child with Moebius syndrome. So they didn't really know what to expect, but like they never really made me feel like I couldn't do anything or anything like that. So like that was didn't really, like, I never felt held back by my Moebius syndrome or anything that I can think of. Like you had mentioned like the physical stuff, but like the mental stuff too, as far as like growing up with the limb difference. Mostly like people didn't really pick on me because of my facial paralysis, so it was mostly like my limb difference that was like the most noticeable thing about me. So like I got made fun of a lot or stared at. Now I don't really get made fun of, but I get stared at quite a bit. So like that can just mentally take a toll on you sometimes.
I'll bet.
Not so much anymore because I'm in a better place with my limb difference, but surely growing up and everything, just like having to do with like the bullying and not really talking to people about that I was getting bullied and kind of keeping that all inside. And now that I have a blog that maybe Elle can link or whatever. So like,
oh, and what is? Don't you have a website?
Oh yes, I have a website.
It is
KariStorm.com.
KariStorm.com.
Yes, and you can. There's a link to my blog on the website.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the how I dealt with like processing bullying and everything, like I just shared it via writing, and just a lot of people like kind of could relate to that because a lot of people have been bullied, just like in not because of like limb differences, but because of other stuff, because people can be mean sometimes, and so that's also I'm more of an advocate too of just like bullying awareness and everything, and just kind of helping people process through that too. So yeah.
Yeah, bullying, no matter what, is hard. So I imagine it must have been really difficult. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad now there's more of a conversation about it, because back when I grew up, like in the '90s, and you don't really, it wasn't really talked about as much, or even like feelings in general weren't really talked about back then. So like, it's really nice that nowadays there's like bullying and like mental health awareness is so much more prevalent. So I really like that.
Huge difference, right?
Yeah, definitely.
No kidding. What else would you like to tell everybody? Tell your viewers about Moebius syndrome or about yourself.
Yeah. Well, a writing I did a few days ago. So the theme of this year's Moebius Awareness Day is kindness is everything. So I was like, well, how can you be kind to myself and other people with Moebius syndrome? And as far as like, you know, if you see my limb difference and you're kind of wondering, I kind of wonder why she looks different or whatever. So a good way to approach that, please don't go up to me and be like, oh, what happened to your hand? Oh, that must be so tough. Please don't do that. Don't, no.
Okay.
No, like, because I just like, just be like, hey, like, I noticed your hand looks different. I'm kind of wondering what's going on. Or, you know, just like talk to me like a human being, like respect. Like, just like don't pity me. Like, I know that tone of like, you know, it must be so rough having one hand. Oh, and or like, I think you're so brave.
No, not for you, huh?
Yeah, like, and I understand that people are trying to be kind when they say it, as far as like, gosh, I think you're so brave, you know, but it's just like, it's not very empowering when people talk to you in that tone, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just so brave that you go out in public. Like, you know, it's not like that, but it's just like, it's kind of the tone that it's often, but it's like, you know, you can tell me that you think I'm brave, and that, but it's just, it's the tone that you use. It's like, you know, just think, like, I don't remember, like, hey, I think it's really cool that you're doing this. Like, you know, you can tell the difference in tone there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and also, as far as being kind to people with Moebius syndrome, like, if you pass somebody and, like, you smile at them and they don't smile back, like, it's possible they just might be not wanting to smile back, but you never know, they might have Moebius syndrome or some sort of facial paralysis that, like, maybe they're not smiling back for that reason. I mean, it's probably not, but I mean, you never know. So, like, maybe that could be, you know, something you could consider as far as if they don't smile back at you.
Sure. That's a good point. Absolutely. Well, good. So, how old were you when you got smile surgery?
I was, well, so for the smile surgery, they do one side at a time. So, the left side I got done when I was 15, and the right side I got done when I was 16.
Oh, okay. So you said they took the muscle from
the nerve and muscle from my inner thigh and implanted it into my face.
Wow.
And they connected to the biting muscle somehow. So like when I bite down, it creates a smile. And I was saying too in my writing that like I don't really have to bite down anymore. Just when I think of smiling, it just, I don't know, muscle memory or whatever. Like you just smile. So.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. How long did you have to stay in the hospital when you did that surgery?
Well, this is very rare, but I had a complication for my left side, so please don't let that scare you from getting smile surgery. It's very rare, but so the first side I had to be rushed into emergency surgery, so I was in the hospital a little,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I developed a blood clot
on the
first side, so so they had to go in again and rip open this, like, the stitches they had already stitched and stuff.
Shucks.
So. Yeah, it was the first side I was in, I don't remember how long, but longer, maybe like 2 weeks instead of 1 week or something. Yeah. I think the second side I was in for like 1 week.
Okay.
I think.
Good. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and you said that your parents were the ones that you talked to your parents about, that you wanted to get the surgery done. Is that right? Or did they talk to you about it, or?
Well,
or was it just a discussion?
Yeah, we didn't even know what I was born with for quite a while. Like, we knew that I had facial paralysis, but we didn't know the actual diagnosis or what it was. So I think it was back in the mid '90s. We saw a People magazine article of a girl named Chelsea Thomas who had the first smile surgery, And so in the article, they had mentioned she had Moebius syndrome, and they described it like it was like, whoa, this is me. This is what I have. So like,
And how old were you when you found that out?
95. I would have been, I don't know, like 10-ish.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't even know what you had until you were 10 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, the doctors had named it as, I can't remember, but something else. It was related in the realm of things, but they didn't identify it as Moebius syndrome.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so then that's when I saw the People magazine article. I was like 10-ish. So I was like, oh, that seems really interesting to have smile surgery. Huh. So we looked into it, and so to be evaluated for smile surgery, they had to do this thing where they poked needles in my face to test if there was any nerve there or whatever.
Wow.
So I was like 11 when they did this, and like getting needles poked into your face when you're 11 is not a fun thing, especially like I did have some nerve, so like it hurt.
Yeah.
Because you still have some nerve in some places. So that kind of deterred me from wanting to have the smile surgery, because like no needles, and I'm kind of needle phobic as it was, so that was not a fun time.
Sure.
So then I think maybe when I was 14 or so, I had interested in having it again. So we went to Canada, which is where the doctor who developed the surgery resides. So we got to visit him and his hospital and everything. His name is Dr. Zucker, by the way. Yeah, so we went to Canada when I was 14 or 15. And I was like, oh yeah, actually I think I do want to go ahead and have the surgery. And my dad's insurance company wouldn't cover it in Canada, so we ended up having to go to California. Oh no, we had to go to California. That was so terrible. So we got to tour some of the wax museums and the cool stuff, but whatever. Yeah, so I had it done in California when I was 15 and 16.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Good. That's cool. Well, good. So what are some of your favoriteest things that you like in all the world? Tell these wonderful people before we wrap this up.
Unicorns and rainbows. Let's not even let's legit.
Just if you see her walking down the street and this small person is walking with her unicorn backpack and her pink hoodie with rainbows on it, make sure that you understand and you look first and make sure it is not a child. Like we were at a show.
Don't say the F word around me, Andrea.
So they got, if there's, she's not a kid, just so you're aware.
I'm not a kid.
No. So Kari has actually, she has modeled lingerie for me a number of times too. So
I have. We should do that again sometime. It's been a while.
No. Oh, Dawn says, I did unicorns till I was well into my 30s.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell everybody else?
Oh, you can feel free to share this live, or on my profile, all my stuff is public. So if you see any of my writings about Moebius syndrome that you want to share, you are more than welcome to share.
Yep. We'll also be posting this on YouTube later too, so at least that's the goal. So if you ever see Kari, go right up and start chit-chatting with her. She is a talker, though. Buy her a latte.
Yes, and don't talk to me in a pity tone, please.
And don't talk to
That's
me.
just like my pet peeve. So like we put that on your hand, like
It's just when somebody does that to her, she's like, she just rolls her eyes. She's like,
well, no, I don't actually roll my eyes at that.
Well, the way that you roll your eyes, I guess we've spent a lot of time together, so I know what you do. Well, good. Well, once again, she is at karistorm.com, right?
Yes.
Okay, go and check out her readings and her writings and all that good stuff. And happy Moebius Syndrome Awareness Day, friend.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
And thanks, everybody out there. I hope you have a fantastic day. Remember, Moebius Syndrome Awareness Day is January 24th every year. Wear purple. Okay, and have a great day, everybody. Again, I'm Elle May.
I'm Kari.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.